So this lesson we're going to be looking at how we can do a comparison between two documents, create a new document to do the comparison and add all of the comparison items, the changed items as suggestions, and then also how we can use the version history, giving it a name, as well as seeing the version history and reverting back to previous version. I'm going to go ahead and make some changes, and then we're going to create a new version of the document. So under the file, make a copy, so just a duplicate of the document, and hit OK. So it's going to create a brand new document that's going to be exact copy of this current document. So go back to the current document, we'll make some updates to it, and then we'll do a comparison between the two documents to see what changes have been applied. So I'm going to make some, removing some items. And now under the tools, we're going to do a comparison of the documents. So this is a nice way in order to compare the differences between two documents. So we're selecting the documents, and it's going to create a new document. And we've got some options here to attribute the differences and include comments from the selected document. So let's select the document that we want to compare to our main My Google Doc, and this is going to be the new one that we just created. So going over to the drive, there's the new document that we created. We just called it copy of my Google Doc. So open that and run the comparison. And so this is going to create another new document that's going to be a comparison between the two documents, and any of the differences are going to be commented within the comment area. And this is a way that you can combine two documents, where if you have changes from one document to the other and you want to make a merger of them, then this is a really handy tool that can do the comparison. And you can have all of the suggested edits in the right-hand side, so you can go through the differences one by one and either reject the suggestion or to accept the rejection. And this has just created another document within the drive. It's called comparison of my doc and copy of my doc. Let's go back to the main document. And we can also track different changes. So there's version history by default within the Google Doc. We can create a named version. So if this is what we want as our current version or a final version, we can create a version as giving it a name, and that's going to give us a way to reference any updates or any changes. You always have the date that it was created. So when you open up the See Version History, it'll show you a listing of the changes and the different edits that have been done since the previous version, and I'll highlight them, cross them, strike out the removed versions, and highlight the changed and updated values. And you can always revert, or you can select the version that you want to use from the version history menu on the right hand side. So using the version history, that's how you can revert back to previous versions. There's also options to download the current version of the document. So it can be downloaded as a Word doc. It can also be downloaded in a number of different formats. You can create a PDF out of it, as well as a zipped file that's going to include any of the images as an HTML file. At the top of the document, it's got a listing of when it was last updated. You can also open up the version history by clicking the link here at the top. That's giving you the last edit time.